Low Country reporter Kristen Rary was there.
Our Low Country reporter Kristen Rary.
Kristen Rary.
Kristen Rary. Kristen Rary.
Kristen Rary reports.
When we came out here, there really wasn't much going on, but that has definitely changed. The wind has really picked up. Today was the first day of mass vaccinations here at St. Joseph Hospital, and the groups that came in told me they believe it was a life-changing moment. Normally, the Coligny Beach public parking would be full of cars ready to celebrate. But this year, there will be no floats and no organizations lined up to celebrate. Instead, the town is urging people to stay home and celebrate on your own. Opponents of the development worry that if you build an apartment complex in the middle of this already residential area, it will make the area too congested. In fact, if you cross the two-lane street, you end up at what is already one of the largest communities in Port Royal. The change comes just 1 week after the Law Enforcement Accountability Task Force published data that said that for the studied amount of time, half of the citations given were for people of color, despite people of color only making up 35% of the population. About 3 weeks ago, WTOC was here in this building when several doctors got their first vaccination for COVID-19. Today, we met with those same doctors as they got their second dosage for the first time since Thanksgiving. It's more than just teachers walking the halls in Jasper County. Students are back in the classroom and ready to learn. Right now, hundreds of passengers go through this gate every single day. And if the expansion is approved, the way this airport operates could change dramatically. Well, Mike, cleanup has started here at Brunson Laundry, where a fire ripped through the building. It started in the back and made its way all the way up to the front. And you can see all that is left is debris and smoke. If you want to be a part of the Bluffton Police Department, you have to prove you can hang with the best. And this course proves that might not be as easy as you think. Dead trees can mean danger for everyone, especially those who pass underneath them. And one woman found out exactly what that means this weekend when she got into her car, started driving, and suddenly a tree fell right on her car and the branches pierced through the windshield and landed right in between her legs on the driver's seat. Touchdown here in Hampton County last night caused trees to fall everywhere, on trees, on homes. One even fell on a little girl, and she says her father saved her life.
So I was sleeping last night and the tornado came and all I heard was a crack and then the house shook really badly and then the tree fell.
To 10-year-old Charity Woods, most of this morning's storm is a blur, but her father will never forget it.
It's literally laying right there. I mean, I had to pull, she had this much room, I had to pull her out. That's Charity's room right there.
Charity was sleeping in her family's home when a tree crashed through the ceiling, pinning her to the bed.
And then my dad ran in there. He fell. And then he grabbed me out from underneath the tree and the roof of my house.
Her bedroom's right here. Right through there, and I don't understand how we got out of there.
She says she was scared.
It felt like the jungle.
And disoriented.
There was a tree in that living room, in my room, and the leaf made it feel like I was crawling on the sand.
Her parents jumping into action.
I was so scared. I thought I was going to lose them.
A little bit of room, I had to pull her out from underneath all the stuff, cut her legs up. I had to pull her out and find my way. I didn't even know where we was going. I was just trying to get the hell out of there.
But to Charity, it made her father a hero.
My dad is the greatest dad ever.
And her father said he wasn't worried about the damage to the house. They can always replace a building. They were just happy they didn't lose a loved one. Live in Hampton County, Kristen Rary, WTOC News.
So we got an opportunity with this building that's scheduled to be demoed to come in here and actually do some training.
Hilton Head firefighters simulated separate arrival times, setup, and response into a commercial structure today. They focused on one vital task.
We're going to be doing hose stretches. They're going to be flowing some water in there. They're simulating that they're going into a structure fire.
It gets guys used to deploying the hose line properly and estimating their stretch, which is the total length of hose they're going to need to reach those fire locations. We got fire back here. All right.
Normally, firefighters are able to practice this on their training grounds.
But our training center has limitations.
This gives them another advantage.
Around it's fully set up as a restaurant in operation. So it adds the element of realism to what we're doing and not just a set design.
Charge yellow line, charge yellow line.
The advantage of the fire rescue team having access to these commercial areas means that they can learn how to maneuver over 100 feet of fire hose through these awkward areas and learn how to get to an emergency quickly.
The benefit to this is it's not a fixed facility, so it's an actual building that we're going to be responding to on calls or potentially responding to.
Firefighters had to communicate in cramped, dark rooms.
Anytime we have the opportunity to go out in the community and train and deepen our skill set is obviously a benefit.
They say these skills are what saves lives.
It's super important to get in these buildings and when we have the opportunity in these acquired structures and get your hands on.
Firefighters will continue training here throughout the next month. The Sheriff's Office will also be using it as a training ground. On Hilton Head, Kristen Rary, WTOC News.